Welcome to the Life Coach Lounge. I'm Angela.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Emily. We're three life coaches who found connection in faith, friendship, and purpose.
Get ready for real talk, relatable stories, and practical tips you can actually use.
We're so happy you're here at the Life Coach Lounge. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Life Coach Lounge. We have an exciting episode for you today. We are going to be keeping it lighthearted here today in the Life Coach Lounge, and we're going to be diving into our handbags. So we're going to do a little purse audit, and trust me, this one's going to be a little eye-opening and hilarious only because I know what's in my handbags. So, you know that moment when you're digging through your handbag for your keys, and instead of finding your keys, you find 3 lip balms. In my case, I tend to find lots of hair clips and other mysterious candy or wrappers that you might have put in your handbag from some restaurant back in 2020. Well, we're going to go there today, and we're going to find out what the three of us, we've all brought our handbags to the podcast today, and we're just going to talk about auditing out our handbags. But first, I have a couple questions for the two of you. So I have some just rapid fire questions for each of you. The first one is, do you say purse or handbag?
I was actually just going to ask you that because you kept saying handbag, and I was going to ask you, is that what you call your purse? Because I call it a purse, personally. I don't think I ever used the term handbag.
I use both terms. Like if I'm like, hey, I need to grab my purse, I'll say purse. But if I'm going to buy a new purse, I say I'm going to buy a new handbag. So I use them both.
So my in-laws, my husband's family told me back in my 20s, whenever I used the word purse, that was incorrect, that I purse my lips and I carry a handbag. So that's likely why I use the word handbag more than
I thought you were going to
purse.
say that's why I use purse.
But I do still use the word purse, but
Shall we define purse? Lisa, you're the dictionary queen. Have we looked up the word purse?
I did not look up the word
Okay, I'm doing it now.
purse. Okay, you can look it up.
Because now I'm curious. What they said makes sense, but I'm also curious then why the word purse is so common.
Sure.
So I'm looking it up.
All right,
Hang
you
tight.
look it up while I come with the next question. Do you carry a crossbody purse or handbag, or do you carry it over one shoulder or handheld?
I've always been a handheld and just recently got on the crossbody train. But I have very narrow shoulders, so a shoulder bag doesn't really work for me because it always slides off. So I'll either carry on my arm or in my hand. And now just recently I've started using a crossbody more.
How about you, Emily?
So I have I guess you'd call it a tote bag is what I have for mine. And then recently I've been using one of the, like a belt bag, not like what the younger kids are wearing, because I'm not trying to be, a teenager, but they've got some cute, mom style belt bags. And so I will have that if I'm going shopping and want to be hands-free, or I know I'm going to be walking a lot, like in a mall or something, because I have neck and shoulder issues. And so to put a large tote bag over one of my shoulders has caused problems. I used to be a crossbody person, but I felt that they were never big enough for all the stuff I carry with me. And then they also cause the shoulder problems too. So I, at times, also have had a backpack purse. So then the weight is evenly distributed between both shoulders. But my go-to is, I love Fossil bags, and Fossil brand has the best leather tote bags. You can just fit so much in there, and I just really like the classic style. How about you, Lisa? What's your preference?
I'm a crossbody carrier, though we're going to find out when we actually audit our bags here in a few minutes. But I also have 2 bags in tow most of the time. So I have a bigger bag which looks more like a backpack. And then I have my smaller crossbody bag, which just has keys, my wallet, and probably mints or something like that. So, my next question is, did someone teach you what to, like, how to use your handbag or purse, or did you just decide, I'm going to use it this way? Do you remember someone saying, okay, you're going to need a purse now, and this is what you use it for?
For me, I just observed that my mom always had a purse with her.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime somebody needed something random, it was in there. If it was a cough drop or a nail clipper or a tissue or any of the things that we'll probably discover in our own handbags today, I just knew that my mom had it and she just always had a purse. So I don't remember it ever being taught to me. I think it was just something I observed that once you reach a certain age and you're the mom, you have a purse. I think back in like teenage years or college years, it was just that was more about the style, right? The brand, like what is part of it, like an accessory to your outfit.
And I think, I mean, at some age, we had to carry feminine products. And it kind of became like, okay, I need to get things to school and still look cool. And I was just thinking when you asked that, Lisa, I don't remember how old I was when I started carrying a purse, but I'm guessing that was probably why, because I had to carry feminine products and hide my cigarettes from my mom.
Angela, you smoked?
I did.
Was
We're
that on your
learning things.
confessions from a couple weeks ago?
What's that?
Was that a confession from the confession episode?
It's no, it just is a fact.
I love that you were listing off some of the things, Emily, that were in your mom's purse, because I I wrote down that I swear my mother's purse was Mary Poppins' bag of tricks. Like, whatever you needed, it seemed like it was in her purse. Like, it didn't matter the size. It seemed like it would just be like, oh, I have one of those. Oh, I can help you with that. Or
Yes.
here you go.
So true.
It was just
Relatable.
like, and it always, again, didn't matter on the size, but the weight of it was always so heavy. I used to say to her, I'm like, Mom, this is going to benefit you if we're ever like in a big storm, because you can just hang on to this and you're not going anywhere. Like, this thing weighs so much. You should be like, well, just go get my purse and bring it over and I'll get you what you want. And I feel like, what are you carrying in here? And then, you become, like you said, Emily, you become a mom, and then suddenly you realize what you're carrying in there. But yeah, that just reminded me that it's just like Mary Poppins. Let me just pull out my magic bag of tricks for you, and I'll hand it right over to you.
So I did look up the word purse. Did you
Okay,
want a little?
tell us.
Okay. So it can be a verb, like you said, pursing your lips, right? To
Mhm.
contract or fold into wrinkles. Or a noun, it says also called change purse, a small bag, pouch, or case for carrying money, a sum of money offered as a prize or reward, a sum of money collected as a present, or the like, money, resources, or wealth. And then, of course, it refers to a handbag as well. So I wonder if the word purse has more to do with a pouch that holds money. Like there's a money theme here. Like the
Mm.
purse is probably the little, like what we would now call a wallet. I don't know. This could be fun to just kind of research a little bit more as far
Yeah.
as the
Well,
terms we
you said
use and where they
change
came from.
purse, right? Change purse. You said change purse. Well,
I
this
forgot.
isn't one of
Handbag,
my
pouch.
This
Is it
isn't
in
one of my questions,
boxing?
but do you have change? Who carries change with them?
I do.
100%.
I cannot
I need
stand.
my Aldi quarter.
No, I have my Aldi
I
quarter.
need my Aldi quarter, but that's it. No other change. No
Yeah,
other cash. Zero cash ever.
Zero cash. I
No
love having
cash
cash.
ever. Except my Aldi quarter.
Hmm.
In every purse, I have an Aldi
Well, that
quarter.
just stays in your car, doesn't it? That stays like in the little middle console of my car, the Aldi
I
quarter.
probably should keep it in my car, but it's in my purse. But when you were reading the definition, I forgot. Isn't it in boxing that they call the prize the purse? Like they'll say, like, how big is? Or
I haven't watched much boxing in my
no,
day,
I
but
don't
that would
either.
make
That's why I'm
sense.
wondering. I
So,
smoke
so
and
far
watch boxing.
in this episode, we have found out that Angela used to smoke and she likes to watch boxing. Let's keep going. This is better than the confessions episode.
I can't wait till we get to the audit part. Okay. All right. Well, here's a little history in addition to what Emily just shared about the definition of the word purse. Did you know purses were originally made for men? Handbags started as a man's accessory from the ancient hieroglyphics. You would see men, so they would have the men depicted on the wall carrying pouches around their waists in the late 17th century.
Like a messenger bag type of a deal?
Yeah, so this particular piece that I pulled from said around their, like in the little etchings on the wall, they were wearing them around their waist. But when I think back, even
the original fanny pack.
Yeah. So when I read this though, I'm like, so what happened? Why did this go away? Could we have like just allowed them to just continue to? So then of course I went down this whole rabbit hole of the history of the handbag, which I'm not going to share here, but it was a little fascinating on how it just came to be. And some of it is very common sense with, as Angela pointed out, like things that women need to carry. Perhaps it was generational. You know, if your grandmother carried a handbag, so did your mom. So it just gets kind of passed down. But when I read that it goes back to the 17th century, I'm like, wait a minute. You mean all these years I could have not been the one to be like, Mom, can you hold this? Mom, can you just put this in your handbag? Mom, do you have room in your handbag for one more bottle of water?
Okay, so would your husbands carry a man bag? Like Andrew has a bag that he puts his laptop and his folders and things in, more of a briefcase sort of looking thing. But would either of your husbands ever wear like a man bag, like a shoulder bag, not a briefcase?
No,
Absolutely
Jim has
not.
a work backpack that he carries his laptop in, but I think no. But isn't there a Seinfeld episode about a merce? Or
Yeah.
is it
Probably.
is it like the bra that the man's I don't know. All of this feels very Seinfeld to me.
I remember when my son was born, even having to like give thought to the diaper bag not being too feminine looking because my husband would be like, yeah, no, I'm not carrying. I'm like, I won't be carrying that. So something went awry after the 17th. And how we ended up carrying the load of all the family's needs. Okay, so if you have your handbags with you, I'm just curious if you just pull out just like 3 random things from your handbag. Just give yourself like 10 seconds to pull out 3 random items. And while you're doing that, I will go first. So I mentioned already that I have a small crossbody, and I didn't really pull anything out of that bag because, again, it only has in it my keys and my wallet. And it did have Tic Tacs in there. But my backpack, like that I always carry with me, just I throw it in the back seat when I'm going places because that's where that Mary Poppins bag comes into place if somebody needs something. And I use this bag every day and have for like, I don't know, couple years. And here's what I didn't realize was in there. And I've traveled with this bag too until doing this episode. So I pulled out a whole bunch of masks. Look at, they're like, they were folded. Like I can accordion fold them like how they were. Like they were seriously shoved down in one random pocket that clearly doesn't get used very much. And I have like a wad of unused face masks. Talk about pulling out something from 2020.
Yes, burn those things. Yeah. Peace out, 2020.
Yeah, so here you go. I have a bunch of black disposable masks that I will be disposing of after this episode is over. All right, what did you pull out, Angela? What's one thing you pulled out of your handbag?
Okay, so this is not very aesthetically pleasing, but I have a baggie, and in the baggie, I have floss picks, minty scope tasting ones, and disposable toothbrushes. Do you guys use these magical disposable toothbrushes? I'm trying to think what brand makes these. Colgate, I think. So on the one side, it's a little toothbrush that has toothpaste embedded in it. And on the other side, it's a pick. And I'm telling you, I brush my teeth when I drive. When I'm going down the road. And these things are amazing. I mean, or like when I travel and you've had coffee on an airplane and then you get off and you're like something doesn't taste good. That toothbrush takes care of it. Those are amazing. Super minty. I love them.
I love that little ride or die thing to have in your handbag.
I need a cuter pouch. I just realized the baggie.
I call that feeling that you were just describing. I call that like my teeth have sweaters, like that. Like, okay, I've just had a cup of coffee, and
Jim calls it afternoon mouth. I don't know where he came up with afternoon mouth. But sometimes he's like, I had to like stop and get something because I had afternoon mouth. I'm like, okay. So I bought him some disposable toothbrushes.
All right, Emily,
great tip.
You have
the most random thing I could find, and I don't even know where I got them. They should just go in the garbage. This random little package of earplugs. Why? Why do I have earplugs in my purse? And where did I get them? I don't know. I don't wear earplugs. Like if we go to a concert, I do have a set actually. So I have 2 pairs of earplugs in my purse that I did not know were there. There's these ones called Vibes. And so you can put them in your ears. They were on Shark Tank. If you want to look up the episode of Vibes on Shark Tank, but they are invisible. So you can put them in your ears if you're in a social setting that's really loud or a concert or something, and you just get overstimulated. You can wear them without it looking like you have these big styrofoam blue things stuck in your ears, and you can still hear people well enough to have a conversation. So you're not like the one that's shouting because you have earplugs in. So I do have those, but I'm questioning even when the last time is that I used them. So again, why are they in there? And then what do I have the need for these random? Well, I don't know. I'm throwing these out, and you're throwing your masks out, Lisa. We're purging purses today.
All right. My second item, this is not going to surprise anyone. So I have this like little purse within my purse. And then it opens up on 2 sides, and it is my traveling apothecary. So in here, I have mostly essential oils. Let's see what else is in here. It's also great because it's plastic, so you can see exactly what you need when I need it. And then it has my migraine medicine in there, a nail file, some Band-Aids. This is such a mom thing, right? Some throat lozenges. Like, it looks like a $20 bill is hiding right back there too.
Emergency cash.
I know. So it's my traveling little apothecary for kind of like my own little first aid bag.
So would you be able to take that on an airplane? Like, would that go through TSA? Okay.
It will. Yep. So that is one of my ride or die things for sure.
I have something similar, Lisa. I have this clear Vera Bradley container with all my homeopathic medicines that I might possibly need. So if you eat something and it doesn't settle well, there's one for digestion. I tend to get car sick pretty easily. So there's one in there for that. There's a remedy that you can take if you start to feel like you're coming down with something. You take this remedy and it hopefully either kicks it or makes it less severe. All the just in case sort of medicines. I did notice also that I have the allergy relief one in there that I needed a few weeks ago, but I don't necessarily need anymore. Another good reminder to edit maybe what I'm taking with me, because I don't need that many things in there. But I travel with that. Even if this is making me question, though, if I'm going to the grocery store and I know I'm coming right back home, why do I need that with me? Like I'll be home in a matter of an hour tops. And yet I feel so much better knowing that it's with me. Is there something I need to be coached on deeper? Is there an issue I have? Or
It's
is that a
okay.
mom thing?
Well, you graduated from a little safety snuggie or stuffed animal or something, and now you have your traveling little,
This is like my little blankie my
yeah.
security blanket that I take with me.
And Murphy's Law, the one time you leave it home, you'll need it for some reason. You'll
That's
get
it.
nauseous or
That's why
something.
I take it with me because the
Yeah.
times that I have needed it, it hasn't been in there. And then you're right. You're so right.
Yeah,
Well, let's see if
yesterday
you
we
girls
were
can
out.
top this one.
Okay.
Sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
I was going to say yesterday we were out shopping and Sammy was just wishing I had some Advil with me. And it's like, sure I do. I didn't have my big bag with me though, but I'm like, I totally have some in the console. Yeah, the bottle is completely empty.
It
See,
was
if I
empty?
had my
Oh, no.
apothecary with me, but just like Emily said, I'm like, we're just going out for a little bit. We'll be right back home.
I thought you were going to say it expired in 2020.
No. All right, Angela,
Okay.
what did you pull out?
I have a tape measure, a travel sized 6 foot. I mean, it goes pretty big, but I have done a lot of interior design work in the past 10 or 15 years. And so anytime I need to measure a rug, a nightstand, a picture for the wall, I got you. It's always in my purse.
I love that this is just showing all of us that the truth is, it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're a teenager, in your 20s, 30s, for whatever, like your handbag is revealing like a part of who you are. Like who you are at your core. So this is fascinating to me. I love this. Everybody should be taking an audit at home of their purse sometime this week. All right. So my last thing I pulled out that was really just another ride or die thing, and I could totally consolidate this and put it into my apothecary, but it's digestive enzymes. As soon as I was introduced to the importance of supporting your gut health, and that as we age, certain enzymes are just not, what's the word I'm looking for, manufactured. They just don't, kind of like our hormones, women. Like it just doesn't work the way it used to work. So, yes, I need to have those. And I think this comes in handy for people that I'm with too, because more often than not, you're with someone, and especially if you've gone out for a meal and then you're still with that person within the hour of having said meal, and they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe I ate too much, or maybe they're
So,
feeling a little something.
yeah, share with us what you take.
I pull out my enzymes. So these are a Young Living product, and it's called Detoxime, and it's just perfect for when I eat something that is just a little heavier than I typically eat, or if I'm out and you have that, let's just keep this very PC here on the podcast, you have that like rumbling and you're like, oh man, this could go one of two ways. I pull out the Detoxime, and I would say 8 out of 10 times it takes care of it within 20 minutes. So never leave home without them.
Good tip.
What's next for you, Emily?
So this is sort of a ride or die that I always have with me. And I'm realizing now I could probably keep it in my car to free up, the space that it takes in my purse, which it doesn't take up a lot of space. But I highly recommend maybe you both have like a nail clipper in your purse. But the key is to get one of the baby nail clippers. They are just the right size and sharpness for hangnails. So have you ever been out and like a hangnail just creeps up and you're like, ooh, and you just continue to rub up against it. And it's just one of the most annoying things. And you have to clip it. You can't, whatever. So a baby nail clipper is then amazing to have. And if you buy something and you want to like wear it right away or take the tags off right away, clip off a little tag. So highly recommend.
Love that.
Those are my car console.
A baby
that
one?
And a pair of tweezers.
You guys know about the baby clippers? I'm out of the loop on that.
Yep.
Did you
And
say a
because
tweezers too, Lisa?
Yeah, in my
Yes, the
console, in
tweezers
my car.
for
Yeah.
those midlife hairs that pop up
Yeah.
in your
That you
chin or
can
the middle
only
of your cheek or wherever they tend to keep popping up. And they weren't there this morning, but you look in the mirror in your car in the natural lighting, like, why didn't somebody tell me I had a whisker? Like, what the heck?
Or
yeah.
you touch
A
yourself and you're
whisker
like,
that's like
what is
10
that?
feet long.
Yeah.
Nobody noticed this? Okay, Angela.
I have a key. It's a key to my mom's house so that if I ever need to break in, I can break into my mom's house. I usually check on their place when they're traveling. So I have that in my purse. But the keychain has a picture of my son, like literally when he was a baby. So this is like a 30-year-old picture on my
Oh,
keychain that I carry in my purse all the time. So
that's so sweet.
there you have it.
I am loving, seriously, I'm finding it just so amazing that the more we're pulling out of our handbags, that it's just such a reflection of who we are. Do you guys carry in your wallets pictures of your kids?
I don't carry a wallet.
Okay.
Okay, you
But you
don't
put
carry
your
cash and you don't carry a wallet. Where do you keep your cards, Angela? Like, what? Tell me more.
Oh, well, maybe this is a wallet. I have like a little pouch. So I have a bigger handbag and then I have a crossbody that I carry like more like when I travel or if I'm shopping or whatever. And my little crossbody just has a pocket in there. So I just put my Visa and my ID in the pocket because I don't have cash or anything else. And then in my bigger purse, I have just a little leather pouch that I keep more cards in, like our insurance card and HSA card. If I have a gift card or something, I'll have it in there. But I don't know if that would be qualified as it's not a traditional wallet.
And it's like a wallet attached to a strap. It's like the crossbody, so it's like
More
right
of like a
in there.
little, what do you call these little things?
like
Like
a
a
wristlet.
wristlet.
It's a
Yeah.
A
wristlet.
wristlet.
There you go. That's what it is. Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I forgot your question now, Lisa. I just was
I just
curious when
asked if
she
you
said,
guys carry pictures of your kids
Oh,
in
I
your
don't.
wallet.
I didn't even
I
remember
don't
I had that
either.
picture of Levi. So no,
Mhm.
I don't. I mean, that's what phones are for, right?
Yeah. Well, I
That's what I was
used
going to say. It's
to
on my phone, so I don't even think about having pictures in my wallet anymore.
prior to having a phone though. I used to
I did.
always carry the
Yeah.
the kids like annual school picture or some cute little picture
Yeah.
of them because we didn't have phones back in my day. So if you wanted
Exactly.
to show a picture of your kids to someone, you had to pull it out like Mary Poppins from your handbag. Okay, well, before we wrap this up, because we've already talked for over half an hour on auditing our handbags, ladies. I just want to wrap it up with two follow-up questions that I hope are relatable to you. So, do you find it frustrating if someone else, probably our kids or our husbands, significant others, rummaging through your purse and disrupting your system? Like if somebody said, Mom or Hun, where's and you're like, oh, it's in my purse. Just go grab it. Would you get it or would you just let them go rummage through there and find it?
I think
I
I
would
would
let
probably get
them.
it.
Okay. Oh,
Two
just
different
two opposing
opinions
sides
here.
here.
Angela, did you say you would get it?
I would get it. First of all, Jim would never go in my purse. Like he thinks that is just like, I don't know.
Sacred space.
Yeah, he would never. He's like, because I've said this to him before, like, it's in my purse, go grab it. And then he comes out with my entire purse. He's like, here you go. Can you get it out for me? So it's like, okay, yeah, he's not doing it. So I just go and do it. I know right where everything is. So, but you would, Emily.
I don't think I have a problem with it. The thing I would have a problem with is if somebody takes, say, the baby nail clippers out of my purse and doesn't put it back. If I
Mhm.
notice it's missing, then I'm hunting down whoever took it and didn't put it back. So there's
Yeah.
that. But you made a good point, Angela. It's kind of like when you have food in the refrigerator and somebody's looking for something specific and they open up the refrigerator and they're looking for it. And from the other room, they can say, Mom, where's whatever? And I'm like, second shelf back on the right. And it's there. I don't know if that's just a mom thing or if that's just my organizational brain. It's similar to the purse. I could tell somebody, well, yeah, it's just in that front corner zipper pocket and it's in the little baggie. And they'll be like, huh? Where? And to me, I'm like, well, makes sense where I told you to find it. But they're like,
Yeah.
I can't find it. And when it's kind of like right in front of their face. So
Yeah.
that was a bigger answer to your question. But I don't have a problem with my family going in there. Just don't take my stuff.
I think that's the system I was talking about. Don't, yeah, get the thing if you need to, but if you take the thing, put the thing back. And two, you don't have to rifle through everything. Like I just told you where it was. All right. And then lastly, the struggle of switching purses for special occasion and then forgetting that crucial thing. Because for me, when I go for a special occasion piece, then it really is more an accessory. And then I have to like pare down all my safety nets to fit into this little tiny wristlet looking thing. Do you all have that relatable struggle?
Yeah. So if I'm
I can
dressing
relate to
up,
that.
yes, if I'm dressing up and I'm just carrying like a clutch or whatever, it's usually Visa ID, mints. I'll just dump some mints in the bottom, not to even take the whole case, maybe one or two of my floss picks just in case. And then if they can fit, depending on the size of the clutch, my sunglasses.
I would add lip balm or lip gloss to
Oh,
that as
yes, for
well.
sure. Always lip balm. That's a non-negotiable. Dry lips are not okay.
That always makes the cut. And possibly even a little travel size Thieves hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to like pare it down.
I know.
It is. It's a
It's a
struggle.
real struggle. Like, okay, we got to find something that goes with this outfit for this special occasion. But my brain tells me I need all these things. I guess it'll just sit in my car in the big old travel suitcase that I might bring with me to the occasion. Okay, ladies, this has been so much fun. I have loved unpacking. See what I did there? All of this with both of you, and I can't wait for our listeners to share and join in on this conversation. So we would love it if you would either in the comment section of the podcast itself, or if you're following us over on Instagram, please share with us and tell us some of the weirdest things that when you did your purse audit that you were like, I was wondering where that went, because we'd love for you to share that information with us. So again, thank you for joining us in the Life Coach Lounge today. And if something resonated with you, we'd be honored if you hit that subscribe button and share this episode with someone who might need to hear it as well. You can connect with us on Instagram at Life Coach Lounge, where we continue to support each other between these episodes. So until next time, we're grateful to walk alongside you on your journey and as you find new things in your handbags. But for now, we'll see you next time in the lounge. And to you two ladies, I will see you in the Marcos.